Hi, my name is Martin from the SpeakLike team, and we want to have a look at the string file translation with SpeakLike. String file translation is a very easy and convenient way to localize your website. The two things you need to localize your website is, on the one hand, of course, your website that you want to have available in different languages, and a translation memory such as the one offered by SpeakLike. This is basically a repository for all your translations that makes sure that you never translate things twice. Last but not least, you want to have connectors that connect the translation memory to your website. SpeakLike offers an API that allows you to fully automate the process, but also a very convenient way is the strings product that allows you to upload your local language files and download the final translations of these language files, and then you can simply place them in your translation folder. Last but not least, there's also a web portal available to you that gives you the ability to go in and copy translations and paste them into your website. To see how string file translation works, let's look at this example. You typically have a folder for all your localization with a source file of the source language, in most cases, or in many cases, English, and then the target languages such as Spanish, Chinese, and you basically place a local language file into that folder and your website is localized. So what you do with the strings product is you upload your source language file, you wait until it's translated, and just download the target language file and place that into your folder. So to see how this works, let's just look at a demo of the system. Now in this demo, we want to translate some strings on the SpeakLike website. And we just take this as an example. So these are strings that you find on the website. You find strings here, here. Anything that's text is a string. So at this example, I'm going to demo you the CSV option to use for SpeakLike translation. The way this works, and it's usually similar for most of the language files, is that you have a unique ID for a string. In this case, I used descriptions, but it can just as well also be numbers like 1, 2, and 3. In this column here, I provide context or comments for translators. This is optional, so you can do that. It usually helps translators get more of the context for the translations. And last but not least, in column C, you place the actual strings. So the fastest way to a quality translation, we find that string here. SpeakLike is fast, reliable, affordable, and easy. We find this one here. So now that we have a CSV file, I'm just going to save this on my disk. So once I saved my CSV, I'm going to head over to speaklike.com and log in with my developer account. If you don't have a developer account yet, then contact us at developers@speaklike.com to get one. And when you log in, you first get to see the copy and paste window for on-the-fly translations. But we want to go to My Account and then to Company Account. Again, if you don't see Company Account here, shoot us an email to developers@speaklike.com to get access to this. So the next thing I want to do is to create a project in the strings file. I call this one Website Translation for English to French. Hit Submit to create this project. And here we go. I have a couple of options. The first I want to use is the import-export function. So if I click in here, I get to see the strings translation project with my source language English, currently no strings, and the target language French, also no strings. On the right hand, you will find the different options that we currently support. Below here, a couple of descriptions and links where you find more information about the formatting for these. It's currently CSV, INI, Java properties, and PO. In most cases, if your language file type is not listed here, there's an easy converter to CSV that you can use. So I'm going to go ahead and upload my CSV called website project. Click on submit, and it's been successfully imported. Now the system takes a moment before the import is being processed, so I'm going to head back. The project is still new. Gonna get back into the project, and now I see the imported strings. So I have 8 total strings for English, the source file, and 8 total strings for French. These are currently in progress, so they're already in the system and being translated. None of them have been completed, not failed. So next thing I want to show you is how to add additional languages. It's pretty straightforward. You click into settings and languages and say you want to add let's say Finnish, Czech, and Chinese as more languages to your website. The only thing you need to do is to click Save Changes, and we automatically issue these translations. Now we see in progress we have 32 strings, and if we click into this project we get to see all the languages. So all there is to do is to just add new languages. Once the files are processed, you can go ahead and download the final CSV or PO. In case of the CSV, convert it back and place it in your localization folder, and you're done. So this is how string files work. The next steps for you is to go to speaklike.com to get a developer account and send your questions to developers@speaklike.com. Thanks a lot.